what's going on, guys? This is Modi. Today I'm bringing you a new informative video about Microsoft's new console, the Xbox One. If you guys don't know what the Xbox One is, the Xbox One is a new console, the new console towards the next generation of gaming that is from Microsoft, obviously. They unveiled it on May 21st this year, 2013, and they showed the box, showed the controller, Connect 2, and the software capabilities. Now, that was all fine and dandy, but people were really upset with how they presented it. I'm going to give my thoughts on everything. Like, this is probably going to be a pretty lengthy video. This is going to be my thoughts on everything everyone's been talking about with this new Xbox. So, to begin, the press conference. The press conference, like I said, showed the hardware, showed the software, and showed what it could do. And it showed major games like Call of Duty Ghosts, Forza 5, and Quantum Break, along with some EA Sports games, which not a lot of people care about. Well, I don't care about it anyway, but you know, I'd rather go play sports than actually, play a game of sports, but that's just me. Anyway, so a lot of people were upset because they didn't focus on games. They were like, okay, that's all fine and dandy, being able to watch TV, being able to switch between multiple different apps at the same time, and use them at the same time, but they wanted to see games, and that's what everyone wanted to see, because all these rumors floating around before the Xbox One got revealed, there was rumors about being always online, not having to use games, not having backwards compatibility, and everyone was freaking out, like, no way Microsoft would do that. Well, they did. Microsoft did. They did a couple things, but I'll go into detail at first. So, defending the reveal was a hardware reveal. It was meant to show off the console and get the television, the operating system stuff out of the way so E3 could be the games. The games. Like, and what everyone is failing to understand is that even in the press conference, Microsoft said repeatedly that they want to focus all their games on E3. E3 was going to be all games, and Microsoft just released a statement a couple of days ago saying that E3 will have nothing to do with television. No mentioning of television at all whatsoever. Do I believe that? I'm sure they'll mention it once or twice, but I doubt they'll even talk about it at all. So, that's cool. I'm glad they're doing that, because as a true gamer, like a really hardcore gamer, I want to see games. The press conference was good. I enjoyed it, but I did want to see some games, and they didn't really show any, unlike with PlayStation, where they did show quite a bit. But that doesn't say very much for E3, though, if they show off all their good games. So yeah, that's the press conference out of the way. So, with the press conference, a bunch of stuff got revealed of the Xbox One. Like, questions got answered, and a lot of controversy has been going on. So, I just spit. So let's begin with games. There is going to be, people were wondering, like, how is used games going to work? Is it if, you have to pay a fee to use someone else's disc if they already had it installed on their console? Apparently they're doing some kind of, like, digital registration thing, so where you can sell a game, get profit off of it, and then a place like GameStop or something could resell it, and you wouldn't have to buy it twice. You wouldn't have to buy it from them for like $40 and then have to pay another $60 to get to play it. You would only have to pay the $40 to GameStop, and then it would work. How they're going to do that, I don't know as of yet. They'll probably tell us at E3, and if not, probably a little bit later after that. So, yeah, there's the whole and then I didn't mention that earlier, which I should have. There's the used game thing, but then there's the one-time use thing, where when you buy a new game, the disc is automatically installed on your hard drive, no matter what. You can't, on Xbox 360 it was optional, but on the Xbox One, every game has to be installed on the hard drive. Which, for me, that's not a problem, and that's why I'm getting the Xbox One for sure. It's because for me, most of these problems don't affect me. But anyway, yeah, you have to install every single game on your hard drive, which wouldn't really be that bad, except the fact that the games are going to be a lot bigger, seeing how these are the next gen of games. So they're going to be bigger because they're all going to be on Blu-ray discs now. And the hard drive that comes with the Xbox One is only 500 gigabytes. Now, that's a lot in today's standard for consoles, but today's games are only like 6 to 10 gigabytes install. So, I mean, that really isn't such a big deal, and it's optional. So if you don't have that much room, you don't have to install a game. But with these games probably being anywhere from 10 to 14 gigabyte games, it's going to build up over time, especially if you buy game after game after game. And to make matters worse, but there's a good side to it, you cannot replace your hard drive in the Xbox One. You just can't. It's impossible. You cannot take it out no matter what. However, you can buy, or if you have one, you can use an external hard drive. And it can be any size. They haven't said there's like a cap limit like currently with the flash drives. You can only use up to 16 gigabyte flash drives as storage space. With the Xbox One, you can use any size external hard drive and it'll work. Like you could use a 3 terabyte hard drive and you have no problem. And it'll do everything the normal hard drive will do. So, I mean, that's a great plus, I think. I mean, people are freaking out, it's like, oh, it's going to take up more like space on your desk or something like that, or your shelf, or, well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Make room. It's not really that big a deal. Just make room on your desk. I don't see the big deal. I mean, if it's money factor, then that's a good excuse. I mean, if you don't have the money, that makes sense. But if you're just being lazy and it's like, I don't want to move my candle next, on my shelf or something, it's like, fucking move it. Anyway, we got the hard drive thing across. We got the games used and the used games and having installed the games. Now the Kinect. The Kinect will have to be always connected to the Xbox One for it to work. Always. Like, it'll be like, if you don't have it connected, you turn on, if it even turns on with the Kinect unplugged, they'll be like, oh, you need to have the Kinect plugged in for it to work. It's like, oh, okay. That would be a problem for me, but it comes with it. Every single Xbox One comes with the Kinect 2. So I don't, or the correct name, Kinect 1. I'm just gonna call it Kinect 2 because it's the second Kinect. Anyway, it would be a problem if you had to go buy it separately and spend an extra $200, but it comes with the Xbox. So I don't really see the big deal in that, other than, once again, shelf room or desk room or something, which you can make that, and if not, I mean, you could always move your stuff or something, or just put the Kinect, like, on the floor and, not use it, but it's whatever. And then the problem with it always watching, and everyone's taking it way too literally, like, it's like, oh, they're going to be recording me 24/7 and watching me. It's like, no, that's not what they're doing. They're tracking the way you use the Kinect and the Xbox One through kind of like code. They're not actually recording a video of you. They're just monitoring how you use the Kinect every day on the Xbox One. So, I mean, that isn't really as bad as people are making it out to be. But yeah, so we got the Kinect part done. Connectivity. Internet connectivity. This is a big one. Before the Xbox One came out, people were, there was a rumor that I said earlier that the Xbox will have to always be connected to the internet to work, period. If it's not connected to the internet, it will not work at all whatsoever. Microsoft answered this as well, and said it will not have to be always connected to the internet, but will need an internet connection. Now, some people are like, what's the difference? There is a huge difference. Having to always be connected means that you have to be on the internet for the thing to work. If you, not the power went out, if, you accidentally unplugged your Xbox, your internet provider had to shut you down for whatever reason, you couldn't pay your bill, and you didn't have internet for a month, you would not be able to use the Xbox One. However, that's not the case. Having to have an internet connection means that you have to connect the Xbox One to the internet once every 24 hours. So, if you connect it once, and then disconnect it from the internet, it'll be set to play games, watch movies, do all that stuff for 24 hours until it gets to the point where you connected it in the first place. After that, you'll need to connect it again. It won't work. Apparently, I don't know for sure, but apparently you can still watch movies and listen to music, but you can't play video games. Don't know if that's true. We don't even know for sure if not having connected to the internet for a full 24 hours will make you lose the ability to play video games. We don't know. And maybe we'll find out at E3. I hope so. For me, that doesn't affect me because for the foreseeable future, I will have internet. Like, currently, I'm going to be a senior in high school next year, so I'll be living here at my house with my family for at least another year. So I'll have internet. We have decent internet, 18 meg. So 18 meg download, which is nice. And then after that, I'll either be going off to college, which dorms will have internet, so I'll be set there, or I'll have a job and save up money for college, which I'll still be living here, and I'll still have internet. So I have internet for the foreseeable future, therefore it doesn't affect me personally. Other people, and I understand, can't afford internet. The area they live in, they can't have internet. Their internet is very fluctuable, and it isn't stable. I get that, and that is another thing that I see people hating on that I understand, because it makes sense. I mean, if someone's hating on, like, if I see people commenting, it's like, oh, you can't use it if you don't have any internet, but you're talking to people on the internet right now, or right at that moment. I don't see a reason why you'd be complaining, but for the people who don't have internet period and want this, I can understand, and I feel very sympathetic, because I am looking forward to this a lot. But anyway, that's the internet connectivity out of the way. A lot of people are worried about them using the cloud for everything. I don't think of it as that bad, because the cloud really just depends on how fast your internet is. If you have decent internet, if you have decent internet, you'll be fine. It's just how it goes. The launch lineup. We don't know a lot about the launch games yet. All we know is that Forza 5, Quantum Break, Call of Duty Ghosts, Destiny, I can't remember a lot of the other ones. But yeah, those are like the main ones they showed at the press conference. Those will be more or less shipping with the new Xbox. Destiny is an exception, though. Destiny is supposed to be coming out next year, apparently. So that kind of sucks. I was looking forward to that game, but that's okay. With the games and Xbox, in case anyone didn't know or didn't pay attention to the press conference, Xbox is getting 15 exclusives the first year of its release. So from the time it's released to a year afterwards, it'll have 15 exclusives out, 8 of which are brand new IPs. IPs is pretty much a new game. It's like it's not a current series like Gears of War or Halo, which is great. That's awesome. People have been wanting something new for a while. Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty, it's all good and it's fun, but people are wanting something new, something fresh, and 8 new IPs, that's awesome. We're gonna get some new games. Maybe we'll get the new Halo, next Halo. The next revolution in gaming. That'd be great. And I'm hoping, me being a shooter kind of guy, I'm really hoping for some new shooters, but I'm good for some action-adventure or horror games, too, especially horror games, man. That's gonna be fun. With 8 of which being new IPs, the other 8? 7? 8? Yeah, 7. I'm terrible at math. The other 7 games will be current IPs. Now, me being a shooter kind of guy, I don't really know of a lot of other exclusives that would be coming out for the Xbox One. The only ones that I know of are Gears of War, Halo, Forza, Fable, and that's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything else. Those are the only ones that I can think of on the top of my head, and that's only 4. So, hopefully, maybe we'll see a Gears 4, hopefully better than Judgment. A Halo 5. There's already going to be a Halo 5. They announced 5 and 6, along with 4 at E3 2011. Yeah, 2011. And, yeah. So, with the games, there's going to be a great game lineup, so I don't really see a problem with games. Yeah, it's, I think it's going to be fine. I honestly think it's going to be, fine and dandy. It's just that people are overreacting. they're reacting without thinking. They need to, in my opinion, you guys, a lot of people who are complaining, just need to chillax, wait till E3, see what they show off, and, just chill. I mean, there's really no reason to freak out till after E3. If we don't see anything really good, then I can, see why everyone is, freaking out about it. Oh, we should freak out about it, is what I'm meaning to say. So yeah, that's pretty much the really big problems with the Xbox One. I want to recap why it's not a problem for me and why I will be getting the Xbox One. Used games. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. No, actually, I did go over used games. Never mind. But yeah, the used games, I don't borrow games from friends. The games that I want, I usually go and buy. 2, the Kinect always being on, could care less. Kinect having to be connected for the Xbox One to work, could care less. It comes with the Xbox, so it's not a problem. The third one, the internet connectivity. I'm going to have internet for the foreseeable, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years, so I really don't see that being a big problem for me. Games, there's already going to be a bunch of games coming out. I already know there's going to be a bunch of awesome games coming out, so there's no real serious problem there. And yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say about it. I'm looking forward to it. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I would really appreciate it. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your arguments for or against it. And go ahead, give constructive criticism. I want to hear everything that you guys have to say. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all later. Peace out.